Hello, hello, welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. And today we're gonna focus, we're just gonna wing it. Right, all jokes aside, yes, we will be hopefully finishing our chemical storage, which is, well, not even built, well, not even started on. We have huge grain storage being finished at the moment. I see that we need another 250 tons of concrete. That's a lot. I can see a lot of trucks going around here, but I bet that's because of our distribution network that we started. And also, I can see that we have a traffic issue here. A lot of trucks are using this road to go there. Okay, how can we fix that? Let me think about this. We have a traffic issue here because we have a lot of supplies coming from Virab. And this is quite unusual. I mean, like, I didn't plan for this. This is kind of organic growth of traffic here. Because the best road we have is through this... how do we call it? Monstrosity. We're gonna have to do something about this traffic. So I'm thinking of cutting this road. Yeah, distribution offices, you see these meat trucks. I'm thinking of cutting this road somewhere so we can use this as a main road. This is gonna create a little bit more traffic here, but it's not gonna stop the trucks going, well, it's not gonna slow down trucks going through here. That's interesting. I don't see the big problem with this at the moment, so I don't think we should focus on this. Of course, I know solution, I know what the solution is. It's just build freaking 2 railroads, remove rest of them. But that's not the point. We like how it looks. This is what we do right now. We're designers. Right, so we're gonna skip this one. I'm kind of hoping that this grain storage is gonna be finished soon. What am I supposed to do with this grain storage? Okay, importing grain. For what? We need it for chemicals. For bread, we don't need it. For bread, we have... for food, grain is being delivered directly to the... directly here. Okay, and what can we do about this? We have a lot of food, that's fine, that's perfect. I'm not happy about these storages over here. I think we should have a bigger storage. And can we improve... Okay, this food here, or crops, we need it for chemical production. Do we have chemical production around here? We should do. We have this one here. And this one requires crops, and you can see that we are missing crops at the moment. Okay, why is that? Because we're sourcing crops from the silo that doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so this is why we have a little bit of a shortage of this. What's the problem here? Bricks are finally delivered. As you can see, we have bricks. We need just people to finish this bridge. Okay, that's gonna resolve some traffic issues, but not this. This is gonna be finished as soon as we have all the concrete delivered. I'm gonna leave them to it. I'm not gonna focus on that right now. Electronics... Sorry, electronics. Electronics are being delivered. Plastics, we don't have plastics. That's because we don't have chemicals, and that's because we don't have crops here. And that's because we are building this huge storage over here. Okay, that's a story for a different time then, for actually later in this episode, because I need these crops as soon as possible. I'm fine with that. This is a little bit of a downside. You know, probably most of you watched the series Chernobyl, and they said something about how much liquid nitrogen or something you don't need, the whole storage of Soviet Union. So this is what happened now. Our whole chemical production stopped, but the world didn't stop spinning, so we're fine there. We have chemicals, of course, but unfortunately I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, and I should have planned for our chemical storage first before that was done, so most of those trains and the chemical storage is not working anymore. Okay, let's check up on our power plant. Okay, power plant is not going anywhere. That's not going to be done soon. Then we have our chemical office here. Chemical proto office. What the hell? It's Saturday morning. It's early. It's actually 9:30 when I'm recording this. Okay, so we have we have this chemical production over here, chemical plant, being finished as well. We have 2 railroads going over here. Ooh, we're gonna have to have semaphores soon, but soon, not now. We're gonna deal with this later. And then we're gonna have to transport these chemicals out somehow. I don't even know what exactly this chemical plant needs, but we might... well, I'll find out soon. I know that it requires oil. I'm not gonna check in the mods. It's fine. Whenever they're finished. Oh, we have a building done over here. Perfect. Yeah, let's continue on that. So the problem with this one was... The problem with this area over here is we don't have a lot of construction offices here. And all the materials that we are sourcing are being sourced from around here. Okay, how can we... Okay. You guys commented in the comment section that I should make a distribution office like I did in Canva Republic. Yeah, I still didn't reply to many of the comments from yesterday. Sorry about that. I jumped into this episode as soon as possible. Probably should have read some of those. Concerning the Canva Republic, we had a distribution with trucks, and we had huge system of highways. And that's nice, but that's a lot of traffic. Now we are focusing mostly on rails. And how can we distribute our goods efficiently with rails? So there's 2 ways about it. We can have central storage of all goods that we are using. For example, not only goods and materials as well. For example, we have central storage of our boards, bricks, prefab panels, and steel over here. Okay, so is it okay for me to have a train coming in here and taking these goods away? What do I mean by that? Do I distribute further on these materials from here? For example, we have... Oh, okay, you don't have fuel. That is unfortunate. And I can say that... Okay, he delivered... Okay, yeah, fine. I'll quickly build a refueling station around here. How can I build it? What's the best place to build it? Yeah, this is gonna be awkward. If I build it around here, then these trains won't be able to refuel, or at least they're gonna cause problems when they go and refuel. So refueling station will have to be somewhere, I'm thinking around here probably. But then, actually no, then let's do this real quickly. Remove railroads, and then let's put fueling station. Oh wow, these bad boys are huge. Okay, let's remove a little bit more. Sorry about not replying on the comments first thing in the morning. It's gonna be a busy day for me, so I kinda jumped right into it so we can start processing this video and to be out in time today. 4 o'clock. It's not GMT. What's the time? I call it Dublin time. GMT is summer, winter stuff, and hopefully you know what I mean, because obviously today is gonna be a rough time expressing. Right. So do I want to build this on my own? No, because all the materials that we need are not still sourced here. So I'm gonna pay for this. Can we plonk it somewhere and be done with it, or do we actually have to do a lot of work around here? Let's try now. I can do this, but it's gonna look ugly, and this is something that I don't want to do. Okay, let's quickly check. We have a couple of mods over here. We have a couple of mods for fueling station or gas station. Some of them are for railroad. So we have 864 tracks. These guys. Okay, how much? Oh boy, you're taking even more space, but it does take a little bit more space, but looks like it's gonna, for some reason, it's gonna fit here better. I have no idea why is that. It's gonna definitely fit in here better. What about bigger? Bigger one. Oh my god. Oh dear lord. This one is gonna fit even better. Okay, let's go for 8 track. Okay, this one is not gonna fit. What I mean here, it's well, how much do it cost? Let's try to plonk it in there straight away. 19,000. What about this? Okay, this is quite unusual, and this shouldn't be so. They all cost the same price, and these obviously have more steel invested into them. So let's try to plonk this refueling station here. I just had it. Here we go. I'm gonna pause just for a second, just to see if the railroads are gonna fit in here. You know what? No, 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 no. Guys, I don't do this. I usually don't do this. I don't want to build something that is unrealistic. And let's face it, we're not gonna use 6 lanes here for refueling at any point. And also, look what just happened. I actually gave it a thought. I did a good thing, and I found a perfect place for it. So I'm actually quite happy that I did the right thing there. And it's punishing me now. It's punishing me for doing the right thing. Incline is too steep. Okay, yeah, it's gonna punish me for this. It looks like I'm gonna have to rebuild it. I can rebuild the rails here, obviously. I don't have to pause this because there's only a couple of trains going here. I'm just gonna rebuild this this intersection. So let's go and build this one. You see, you don't even have to do anything. It's fitting perfectly in. It was just making fun of me. Make fun of old Oolykee. Here we go, and this side. Oh, here we go. I missed that, and perfect. Okay, so we have finished this fueling station, and it looks quite nice. Can we bend this? No, it only goes this way. Okay, so what we're gonna do with this one? It has already some. It has some fuel in there. I forgot to turn off auto purchase, but that's fine. I would auto purchase it anyway. So what I'm gonna do with the fuel here, you know what, I will purchase all of it. I'm gonna purchase a road just because I would like to connect this to the fuel distribution office, so we can have this fuel delivered. You can see that we have some trucks parked in this fuel distribution office, so that means we have enough trucks for this. So well, if they're not busy, yeah, we have enough trucks. Okay, coffee time. Okay, I need to wet my whistle. Okay, and what's the problem now? The problem is electricity. We need electricity hoses. Okay, we have one electricity cable going all the way here. Oh, it's here. Okay, perfect. I forgot totally about this one. So let's go and build the substation, my favorite one. That's the one with a path. Here we go. And let's see where I can connect. I want to use these cables because I don't see these cables being connected to anything. So I'm going to use these cables like this. I will be just putting them out there, and I'm gonna try to be realistic about this as much as I can. So let's go to the main road, and this is how it's supposed to be. And then I will go this way. I can connect it directly, and it's not gonna be any pillars, but I want to be a little bit realistic about this, and I'm gonna go bit by bit. And yeah, I think this is okay, even though I don't remember seeing cables over the intersection. I mean, there are countries who do that. I'm looking at you, South America, and we're done. Okay, so you need to refuel. So why are you not going over here? Because you cannot switch back. So this train cannot switch back to the right direction. Yeah, okay. You can see that this train is way too long for this. And is that the steel distribution? Yes, it is. Okay, so this is one of the things I was thinking of. Redoing. I was thinking of putting a centralized storage unit for distribution. So let's assume that this is just central. This is just going to implement more trains on our railroads, but I don't think anybody minds that. I think all of us like to see a lot of trains driving around, especially if they're efficient. So my plan is to have a centralized storage for this. Okay, so I can use this as a centralized storage. So what do I mean by that? So we have several. So this is Tri-City area where we have our industrial capacity, the biggest one, and we have our construction industry here. So we need a couple of more construction industry areas. So one of them is, let's say, Danilsk. The other one is around Chomusek and Renargrad, and then we have all the way on the other side probably Bonigi. Babushkino is much cuter, but Bonigi, we have there around Nega and Novgorod industry, and we have new industry here is in Baraslav, Virav and Petersgrad. So I was anyway thinking about turning off the autosave, but bada boom, bada bing, one short game crash later, I'm not touching the autosave. Alright, so we have a game crash. I have no idea why these things happen. I don't know what the hell is happening, but could be. I'm gonna assume that I have too many mods, and I'm not gonna blame anybody but myself for this. Right, let me rebuild this this area over here real quickly. Unfortunately, I'm recording this. Probably should have done this off screen, but hopefully you guys can, you know, can correlate, well, can understand, you know, the pain that goes into this. Right, so I'm gonna rebuild this fueling station over here. I'm gonna have to obviously pay for all of this all over again, and then we're gonna continue talking about this distribution I was thinking about. I will also like to hear your thoughts on this. It's complicated. Like the whole game is complicated, and I don't think anybody plays this game because it's simple. I'm putting my money on that. So the game is complicated, and we'll like it. So I'm gonna start soon a new series in few episodes. I'm not very sure if we're gonna go 70 or so, but the new series, you're gonna love it. You US guys are gonna love it. Everybody else, you're just gonna. There's no way you're not gonna love it. It's gonna be fabulous. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult. We're gonna try some hard mode stuff. But anyway, I'm not gonna talk about this. We're gonna have a presentation video about the new series soon enough. Right, and I just need to put this back on the map. I just need to assign this to this distribution office that is distributing fuel, and you can go here. That's it. I will fix this train later. Well, fine. I can fix it now. It's not a problem. The problem we have here with the train is that it's too long for these rails, and I just have to give it options to be able to go back where it came from. You know, where we like to send trains, and this should work now. The problem. There's no problem. This should work now. Okay. For some reason he's not getting here, and I can easily fix that. I will just say needs fuel. Okay, here we go. Go fuel. Right. I can send him back to the storage to Railroad Depot, and there we go. And he's going back to Railroad Depot, and then suddenly, when he's close to the here we go. Here we go. And when he's close to here, I'm just gonna tell him don't go to depot, and he's gonna understand that he needs to go back to where he came from, but he needs to go back to work. And once he gets here, he's gonna realize that there's a fueling station here, and bada bim, bada boom, congratulations. Same thing we can do with this train as well. Of course, this is something that I should have thought of previously, but for me not being perfect, it's an understatement. To me being dumbass, it's probably a better way of putting it. This is the reason why. Right, what's the problem with you now? You have a problem with this railroad here. Okay, well, good, because I didn't even send you there. I sent you to go back to storage area. Fine. You know what? We can fix this. Okay, I'll fix it. I'll have a... Well, I think this is a proper thing to do anyway, but I think we should have... Whoa! Chris's apartments are done! Yes! Chris, I hope you're watching this. Just real quickly, yeah, I have a attention span of a hummingbird. So, let's try this. Oh, is this bushes? Oh, beech trees. Okay, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. A little bit of beech trees. We have a beech park over here. Oh, beech park over here. I will construct something here for our pedestrians and connect it here. Bend it. Our companies can do this. This is fine. Just so we have some kind of nice connectivity here. Just it looks nice. Let's call it a small park. My hometown has a really nice park. Has really old trees. It's kind of close to town center, but anyway, it looks nice. My hometown has a nice park. Yeah, we used to party there all the time. Okay, let's okay, none of these are allowing me to plant trees here. That means that they like me to plant trees on specific places, which is perfect, because where I wanted to plant them, it looked horrible. So this is much better. There you go. Chris, you have your own neighborhood in Petrograd. This is our Chris Bremer's mods. Right. We're gonna continue developing this town as well. That's not a problem. It's just gonna be in time. Okay, so this guy has a problem. He doesn't have fuel as well. Okay, so he needs to refuel. I need to send him somewhere. So why don't you just go? I don't think you have any problems with this. I can send him somewhere else. For example, I can send him to... Needs to refuel. There's no fueling station in range. I can send him... Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, of course, you're gonna have issues again. Let me guess. Oh, right, that rail is an issue. Perfect, yes, yes. Probably I should fix it, right? Because obviously you need it. So, right, okay, I probably should explain this a little bit over. That he doesn't go there. There's nothing there. It's Cutter Railroad. He needs to go back this way, and then he needs to go over this railroad and go back. Right, there we go. This is the reason why he doesn't go back, because he doesn't have option to switch to the right-hand side lane. Right, how did he do it before? He did it probably like this. And now, question mark, can you remove it? Now he should be able to go in this lane, because if he goes here, he can go here, and then he can go... And you can see that the question mark disappeared. I don't know if this is a permanent solution for this train, but for now, because this railroad is a dead end. At the moment, we're gonna continue building it, but yeah, there. This is maybe a temporary patch, maybe it's a permanent one, I don't really know. Maybe, I mean, I probably should know, but hey ho, I'm not perfect. Right, so we talked about centralized storage. So we thought, I mean, developers are working on having possibility to assign certain cargo to certain cart or wagon. So this will be perfect. This will resolve a lot of issues, and our distribution of steel, of everything else, will work perfectly. What we can do now, we have two options. We can have designated trains for deliveries of, let's say, steel, bricks, prefab panels, and boards. Of course, later on, probably uranium oxide and stuff like that, but for now these are four materials that we need to build any building: aluminium. Or we can have a centralized storage area where we can have a lot of smaller trains, probably just put them as many wagons they have, how many different materials we need to load, that many wagons you have, and hopefully they're gonna start, yeah, literally, hopefully they're gonna start, they're gonna be loading the proper materials in there, like we are doing at the moment with this storage over here in Danilsk. This is a storage for our shipyard. You can see it's September here. How are you doing with a ship? Who knows, maybe we can get this ship done this year. I have my doubts. It looks here, is it 4,000 or 1,000? 4,000 working hours. That's quite a lot. Coffee time. Sorry about the start. Alright, so, right, oh, and the buildings are done. Perfect. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, let's let them organically grow. I hate that word. Okay, so let me know, guys, what you think about this kind of cargo distribution, because I don't want to spend a lot of money now. We're gonna have some projects for the ending of this series as well. I'm gonna leave the save game of this series. I want to share save games with you guys, but unfortunately these save games are 2 GB size and I have no idea where to upload them. Uploading and sharing it is not a problem, but that size documents, I don't torrent probably, but I wouldn't be... I don't think I would be online all the time for you guys to get the downloads and right, fun. So this train is delivering coal. He's going to a waypoint there, okay, and then before you get to this waypoint you need to go to new stop. New stop will be, you are going to this semaphore. Don't you dare going through this intersection ever again. And then on the way back, after you load coal, that would be after this waypoint, you need to go in the opposite direction through here. Don't you dare go this way ever again. And now, because you made you did crap, you go back and go there and just turn around and unblock this. Right. So I think I think in the middle of, it's not really middle of winter, but the start of winter, you can see our heating plant smoking, and our power plant is working hard to heat our homes. What I'm gonna do now is demolish the heating system in this city. Kidding? Actually, I'm not kidding, it's serious. I will do it, but it's only because I'm gonna be rebuilding it, because I want to implement a new railroad line, so hopefully we're gonna have permanent fix on the railroad system here. So we're gonna have dual railroads here. Pause. I'm just gonna pause for a second here, just because I would like to... Wait a minute. What's with the heating here? Oh, right, underground heating. Yeah. I was like, we don't have a heating there? Yeah, we do. My bad. So let's go back to railroad, and we need to connect this to everything. We need to build a new railroad from, let's say, this is a main line. That's fine. This is a main line, but they also have to be connected to every other line, just because we have these trains zigzagging around. But I think only 2 connections might be enough. So what I'm gonna do now is connect it to this railroad line here. Okay, and this shouldn't be too hard until we get to the roads. So we have this, and that's fine. And then we have a second one. We have a second railroad over here, and I need to connect it to this railroad. This is gonna be a little bit challenging, as you can see. Okay, this works. This works. It was looking nice. Actually, it looks a little bit angular. I'm trying to zoom in to see how... Okay, let's try it. Let's try connecting it here, and then connecting it back here. That should be fine. Let's see how this is gonna look. Okay, I didn't see anything. If you didn't see anything, I didn't see anything. We'll see if this is gonna work or not. If we have question marks, hopefully I'm gonna remember that I did a crappy job with this. Okay, so we have another thing over here. We now have our wood supply to our chemical plant going through this busy intersection. The ideal thing would be to have a bridge or a tunnel. Unfortunately, this game doesn't work like that, but we cannot build tunnels here. We have to dig a hole and then put a tunnel. Actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea. That's for the future project. I'm gonna do something like that. Digging a tunnel underneath the city. That's it's possible. Definitely, it's possible, but you have to be. It's not like. It's not like Skylines that you can just lower the road. You have to be a little bit, let's call it smart about it, and because I don't think I am, but it's a simple solution. You guys probably already know it, but anyway, you can just lower the ground and then dig a tunnel, and then come on, there we go, perfect. And then you can implement the tunnel, and then make it look nice around the edges. I'm gonna talk about it in some future episode. I'm not gonna do it now. I don't wanna... I need to work on this concept first before we implement it. So this is... Let me just... Why am I not paying for everything? So we need to start paying for everything. There we go. Okay, so we have connected all of this. I just need to put the semaphore back here. This is a chain semaphore going in the opposite direction, so like this. Spaghetti, right? Is that how we call it? Yeah. Okay, continuing on. We have, we need to finish this railroad. This stretch of the railroad is quite easy. That's simple. That's perfect. And now we have this mess. Before I cut into those, I would like to finish a road here, because I will never remember to do this. So I need to do it right now. And this is obviously going to be fun. So brace yourself. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. Oh, what? This wasn't hard at all. What the hell is happening here? I think something is broken. Usually we have... and it doesn't look bad. Okay, that was simple. Okay, let's cut the pipes here. So we need pipes cut here, and we need pipes cut elsewhere, but I don't have an option to cut these pipes. It's only... Wow, okay, this is weird. I cannot select the other pipes. Okay, what about this? Wow, okay, these pipes are... Okay, I can do it here. This is strange. Let me swing my mouse a lot, and it only gives me to select one part. I bet that this has like this is why they didn't implement. Okay, so the problem with a lot of games is how you build the game, how you build the engine, how do you build everything, and then when you have an idea to implement something in the future, you notice that your whole game is built wrongly and you can't do it. I experienced this previously with some other games. Not me per se, but for example, Farming Simulator. Farming Simulator had a horrible engine. It was a nice looking game, but when they tried to implement something exquisite, like perfect, amazing, like Seasons mod in the Farming Simulator, they couldn't, because their game didn't have the engine. The whole game was kind of designed that it can't handle that, so they couldn't implement the seasons. They had to rebuild or start using a different engine. I have no idea what the hell am I doing here now. I'm cutting. Okay, perfect. Here we go. I think this is going to be enough, so I'm just going to remove the road right now. Of course, this should. Yeah, this is a problem because we can't connect it here. If we can't connect the road over here, which is obviously going to be a problem, we're going to have any issues. So the problem with the game design, if you screw it up from the beginning, it's going to be really hard for you to fix it later. And I think it could be that this was the issue where our developers of this wonderful game, where we only like everything that they make. I'm just saying that because some people didn't like me criticizing the game. But anyway, I was just trying to say constructive criticism, but anyway, that doesn't matter. So, water under the bridge. We need to remove this one, and let's see if we can build railroad over here. And I think this might be even the last difficult stretch of the railroad. So, oh, perfect. Okay, and I'm not gonna have to rebuild this one over here. Perfect. Right, let's continue on. So, yeah, I'm all for nobody is perfect, and not even this game. I know, I'm horrible. So, why is this not catching on? Okay, now it is. Perfect. All the way up until here, and then, pooh. Then we have to rebuild the road here. Now this guy is going here. That's fine. And let me remove the road. This road as well, for who knows how many times already I removed this one. Here we go, and here we go. Okay, perfect. We're gonna remove this, and I'm gonna go and build the last segment of this railroad, and this segment here looks horrible. Not only this segment, I know. Right, so now I just need to implement the proper semaphores here and hope that our trains are gonna be... We don't have any fast connection to the Babushkino. Babushkino is gonna get its own little university, and because we need to keep up with the, you know, highly educated people for schools and for schools and for hospital and those kind of institutions. So we're gonna go and do that soon. This fueling station is maybe a problem. Let's see. This needs the road for firefighting purposes, and fueling station. Okay, can you just fuel going one direction? We'll see if this is gonna create any problems. I'm gonna leave it like this. I can implement railroad to go through this, but I want to test it. This is how I say when I actually screw things up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm testing it. Yeah, this is how I roll. Right, so let's put it in this direction. So this is railroad going... You cannot play semaphore. Oh, right, because the railroad is ending there. Okay, and then we have here needs to be a chain semaphore. That's nice. And we need to just implement nice system over here. Chain semaphore, only go in one direction, and hopefully... yeah, I can do... Yeah, I think this is gonna help with this fueling station. If I don't give them even an option to go in there, so you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, and then you have everything over here. Yes, but this needs to be a chain semaphore. And the rest of it looks like it's nice noise. Yes, this train here will not be able to go into the opposite direction. So what am I saying here? This train needs to go back where he came from, so he needs to go in the opposite direction. I'm gonna have to create a little bit of a switch over here, and also I'm gonna have to adjust the semaphores, because this is now intersection on both sides. So we need to treat it as that. So we have our chain semaphore over here, and we have normal semaphore over here. I can put it a little bit closer. Course. Good save game, good, because you never know. And there we go. I think that's it, and we just need to wait for question marks to appear, because we just demolished the railroad lines. They have to figure the way out again. This looks like it's working, so I'm gonna assume that this monstrosity that I built over here, but hey, if it looks stupid and it works, guess what? It's not stupid. It works. So, did I reconnect everything? Pipes look reconnected, power plant is working hard, that means we have demand for power, and I need to reconnect the road system here. Okay. Let's reconnect the road system. This is acceptable, and let's just make it look nice. Make it look nice, make it look nice. Let's remove this part of the road. There we go. It looks nice. Probably I should populate this construction office over here, but like I said, we need the construction industry to be to do that. Okay, this looks okay. These guys are working hard. No wood. Okay, why is there no wood? You're not getting any wood. Okay, I'm betting that... I have no idea why there's no wood. Where's the truck? Here we go. They're roaming around the forest. Yeah, it just doesn't have wood because we don't have enough wood. They're gonna supply wood when it's there. Okay, I'm quite happy about this. It looks horrible, but I think it's efficient. This is something I'm gonna do in the future. These swingers, these cableway stations, I'm gonna do those in the future as well for the getting stuff off the mountain. Not really good for coal and stuff, because coal needs to be delivered instantly, so magic. Conveyor belts is needed for coal, but for, let's say, wood or maybe even gravel. I had in Canvas series gravel distribution around the country with these, and this is something... I think it's not out of the question. So, for example, guys, I don't know if you know this, but the longest conveyor belt system in the world is in Morocco, I believe, for some phosphate company. I think it's 32 kilometers or miles long, something like that. It's quite long. Can you imagine that long conveyor belt? But anyway, that's a thing. And I understand that it might not be the perfect thing, but I also, you have to understand that the Soviet Union had a fetish towards the cableway stations, because I think almost every city had some kind of cableway station or industrial neighborhood. So yeah, okay, so my question for you is, what do you think about this? Should we have one train delivering, let's say, bricks, steel, prefab panels, and, well, 4 trains and boards, 4 different trains, delivering to all these storage areas, where then they can use it? The problem with this is, once the train delivers something to a single storage, it's not going to be there for a while, because it's going to have to go for several different storages. Or the second one is where we're going to have a central storage like this one over here, that is going to be supplied from the factory straight away. And then we're gonna have many small trains. And by many, I mean as many as centralized storage areas for these materials. We have that many trains we're gonna have. So we will have trains that delivering this, like smaller trains, like locomotive and 4 wagons, delivering these 4 types of materials. What do you think? What do you think about this? I think it's gonna, and of course, every time they deliver stuff, they're gonna have to go to a border to sell everything, because if they go back to storage, I don't know if you know this, but if they go back to the storage, they can continue loading the same thing all over again, and then after a year or a few months, you're gonna have a train full of something that cannot be delivered because there's no demand for it. I think usually would be boards or something like that. So, right, so this is a question for you guys. What do you think about this? Is this something that we should do, one centralized station and then, well, many small trains delivering building materials elsewhere? Or do we have one 4 trains delivering to the whole country. So, for example, like we have now, for example, we have the steel train delivering steel to every corner of the country, and the same with the bricks. Prefab panels, not yet. And the other option is, of course, like we have here with these materials in Danilsk, this small train that delivers chemicals and other stuff. These kind of trains can be fitted to transport food and meat and everything else that we need. So these trains can be probably they won't be extremely perfect because we're gonna have issues, but because we cannot designate a single wagon to carry a single item. If we could, that would be perfect, but we can't. Right, so this is a question: multiple trains or really big trains? I think it comes back down to that. Right, how is Tunnel doing over here? We have about 15-ish, is it 15, 20-ish minutes in this episode left. So let's focus on making something look nice. So do we want to... Let's start with Sitomsk. Let's see how these guys are doing. In the last episode, we took away their ability to purchase automatically, and let's see how they're doing. People are not... They don't have electronics. Obviously, electronics are a big thing, and they don't have it. Obviously, they're not going to be happy about it. You can see here that we are producing electronics, but they're being loaded straight away as we produce them. So we need this to work faster. This is not a problem. Electronics are not something that we need enormous amounts of, but we need them nevertheless. So the problem here is the Sulivostok. Sulivostok needs more people, because we are not having... And finally, after 40 minutes of this gameplay, maybe I should turn on the cheat mode. So, what's the problem? Problem is that this industrial bus line that we have here, this is Sulivostok Public. I need the other one. We need Sulivostok Industrial. So let's go and check our lines, and we have Sulivostok. Oh boy, why don't we have this? I obviously didn't do a good job with this. Here we go. This is the... Oh, it's called Industrial Sulivostok, of course. Let's find this line and see how many... so we have Industrial... Yeah, of course. Industrial Sulivostok, we have four buses servicing this. This is enough buses, and they are not small, 82 people each. So obviously the problem is how many people we have gravitating towards this station. Not enough. And what do we have here? Okay, we said these guys are not allowed to go, like, we're not allowed to have workers here. Maybe... No, I'm not gonna implement a new line. I'm gonna try to do the best thing we can from here. So I'm gonna try to get more people to grab... Actually, you know what? No. I think this is gonna be I have a plan. I have a plan that we should develop this area. You see that a lot of people are gravitating here anyway. If we allow them to have workers coming here, and then redirect Sulivostok industrial public transport here, not only that it's going to be closer and better serviced, we can start rebuilding this part of the city, and we can get more dense population here and start removing some of these buildings. Yeah. Let's do that. So we have public. This is the Sitomsk Public is the only one wrongly named. So I'm gonna go for... Sorry, Sulivostok. So public Sulivostok. There we go. Is that the proper pronunciation of it? Yes, I think it is. Right. Yes, let's keep this. This is just renamed. That's fine. You can see how the line goes. I'm gonna keep it as it is, but we're gonna go for industrial Sulivostok. Here we go, and we're gonna add Litopa bus station. That's the industrial part, and then we can add this one here. Sulivostok bus station small. And then we're gonna remove this one and save. There we go. So we're gonna have workers gravitating from here. Hopefully, this part of the city is gonna take a huge chunk of workers away from the mines. That doesn't sound good, but yeah, this is something we need to do. Mines are doing fine now, but bear in mind that most of the workers were gravitating here, all of the workers, because we forbid them to go to any other station, or at least we forbid the other station to accept workers. Now it doesn't. So we have industrial. Sulivostok Industrial is going to be gravitating from here. Okay, let's. We have a couple of buildings built in Danilsk, and let's focus on Sulivostok here now. I'm just going to transport some of these people here. I'm going to pause for a second and let's see how many. Accept them all. Yes, perfect. And demolish this building. Here we go. We have. Oh, I forgot Julian Renard. We had a nice discussion yesterday in the comment section of the video I made about the hard mode, and he actually changed my mind in a lot of stuff. I usually, well, I change my mind often because I like to think that I'm accepting other people's opinions and I'm learning all the time, but in reality is like I like my mind to change. Okay, so the about auto purchasing. So this is a thing, and it's not really that unrealistic, auto purchase. I mean, like, it takes too short. Like, buildings are being built fast, and this is the problem. The buildings are being built too fast. They're supposed to be built as fast as your companies can build them. You're just paying others to do, and the cost of the building is more or less the same as it will cost you, minus the transport fees for the materials from the border and minus the workforce that you're using, the foreign workforce. Everything else is the same cost. Materials will cost the same, and you're gonna pay for them. I believe, I didn't test this, but I believe you're gonna pay for them whatever the import fee of the country that you're buying from, NATO countries or Soviet countries. So you're gonna pay the same price for the materials anyway. Well, if you import them in the border mines, you know what I mean. So the price of the building is not outrageous, so there's a cost to it. And it's not unrealistic to have, look, we're busy, we're having some stuff, let's outsource this to a different company. I know, like, for example, Chinese companies are building a lot of stuff in Africa, Russian companies are building nuclear power plant in Hungary, and this kind of stuff. This is a normal thing, you know. You can't have your companies doing everything all the time. So outsourcing construction is something that I'm kind of having a different view on things. Yes, the unrealistic part of outsourcing construction is that it magically appears in really short period of time. Right, so let's pick nice buildings. I'm gonna need dense buildings. Hopefully, maybe we can even put one building that fits in here. No, actually, I don't know. Maybe yes. I kind of stopped thinking. Oh, do we have? Yeah, we have dorms here. I kind of stopped thinking about the. I was thinking that the best buildings in this game are narrow and tall, just because you can build around them. And I kind of focused on them. I don't know if you noticed it. It's not only that you can build around them, you can place them on non-flat ground, also much easier than the long buildings that require a lot of flat ground. So I kind of have a different opinion on those buildings. These are quite nice as well, but not. We need something bigger. I want something taller here than these 5-6 story buildings. Maybe some of these wouldn't be the worst. Yeah, I think some of these would be nice. What's the population? 80. Do we have anything bigger? We have these. Oh, right. If I have a... If I build this building here, I'm only gonna build another one here. I won't be one of those people who's gonna just stack people on top of each other. I want it to look tasteful. I want it to look nice. Oh, we can even place it here. Is this one bigger? No, this one is bigger. This one is even bigger. Can we plonk this one here? I don't want to squeeze them in and just, you know, for the sake of building it. So, I'm gonna use this type of building. This is from, I believe, Mr. Rob's. Surprise, surprise. I'm using Mr. Rob's buildings. Yeah, I'm a fanboy. I'm a groupie or something like that. So let's do this. I'm gonna go and place this building here. I'm gonna pay for it straight away. Let's see how many people are gonna move in there straight away. And I already chose in which direction I'm gonna be facing buildings. It was like east, west, north, south, but I'm gonna do in the same style here. I might do this for this. You know what? I'm gonna just pause this for a second, and I need to depopulate this building because I wanna remove this building as well. And this whole part of the city, only for now, only those two. But we'll see how this is gonna work. I think when we remove whatever Mr. Toprus did, we're gonna make it look nicer, because these buildings are sometimes really cramped, and that means that we can't put a lot of paths next to them. You know, we can't connect entrances and exits from the buildings, so sometimes demolishing is not the worst thing in the world. So let's remove some of these things. Usually, guys, please try to use the removal tool. Don't do it like I do here. So do as I say, don't do as I do. Right. So let's build. I'm gonna build a couple of these buildings on my own, but also I will leave something for our construction companies to do. Okay, let's start with our construction. I'm gonna obviously have these big buildings as well, because we need a lot of population here. So I'm gonna go with these first. So let's, in this corner, weighing something pounds, freedom units. Yeah, I love freedom units. Here we go, and I'm gonna build one on the opposite side. So this is gonna be a little bit dense. A little bit. Yeah, I just said how I don't like dense stuff, and then this is gonna be dense. Okay, so we have. I think we're gonna need a shop here as well. This is something I think I would like to build on my own. Let's build this path here, and let's build this path over here. And I want to pay for the shop. Yes, so I'm gonna have another shop. You know what? No, I think I want my public transport to have a little bit of work. Yeah, fun. You see the trains, how they are interrupting our traffic? But now they're not going to be interrupting our industrial public transport. Of course, we are done with this, but I will build more. Oh, sorry, we designed it. So, yeah, I'm not going to build shops. This is going to be just residential or whatever else they might need. Go to kindergarten probably. Let's see these guys here. These guys need food. Okay, so let's try to get some of these buildings built. Okay, so we have this type of building a little bit lower. That's the one, yes, okay. So I'm gonna pay for these as well. So we're gonna have streets are gonna be like New York, but behind the buildings, it's gonna be tall buildings, but behind the buildings I will make a path and hopefully a little bit of plant a couple of trees, and you know, I'm a tree hugger. Okay, here we go. Let's build this building, and I'm gonna have to pay for these paths as well. Okay, here we go. We have a couple of, well, construction projects, and we have a couple of buildings built. I'm gonna give them a minute or two and let them populate and see how that's gonna work. Straight away, this block over here I will design myself, so we're gonna pay for everything here, and the block over there we're not gonna pay for anything. We're gonna build everything on our own. I hope you guys are okay with this. This is a wrong button. Perfect. A little bit wobbly, but more or less I'm fine with that. Let's go for this one over here, and no, this is also a trick. Build a little bit of a road, and then when you connect it, it's going to be nice and bent. It's not going to be angled, because these roads, when you build from them, they don't like to be, you know, bendy, and they don't like to look nice. Okay, so we have this block finished, and let's see what other buildings we have here. We have nice, slim, and tall ones. This is gonna look... Yeah, probably should have built the buildings first and then put a path, because, you know, because of the footprint of the buildings. Also, if any modders are looking at these videos, try to, if it's possible, if you know how, try to shrink the footprint of a building. So these buildings is 80, this is taller. Okay, I'm gonna go for the... I think I'm gonna go for one building. One of these. I think it's gonna be too cramped if I try to squeeze in two buildings. If I try to squeeze two of them in. That's what she said. Right, and let's build this. I think it's still gonna look cramped, but I think I like this way better. And I'm gonna leave this here for something. Probably kindergarten, or you know what, doesn't really matter. I'm gonna plant trees now, and if we need to do something about it, if we need to plonk something in, we will. If we're gonna build a New York, we're gonna build New York. But for now, we're gonna stick to having a little bit more parks. That New York doesn't have parks, I hope you guys know what I mean. I'm not dissing anything. Okay, now it sounds like I am. Okay, and let's plonk a couple of buildings in here for the other one. Let's see. We cannot fit the big ones anymore. We need to fit something else here. Okay, let's see how this is being populated. I bet that we had a lot of people living with their parents. We still have 64. What I'm gonna do now, I bet most of them are over here. You can see I'm gonna depopulate one of these buildings totally. Let's go for big one, right? Yeah, let's go for big one, and I'm gonna depopulate it totally. Because then people from the neighboring buildings can move in here. So we're gonna have, and I think I just did a huge shock to our mining industry, because I think number of workers working here might shrink drastically, because first of all we are gravitating more workers towards this bus stop, and the second we just removed a lot of people from this building, but we'll see how that's gonna work. Okay, anyway, so what do you think, guys, about this? What do you think about our upgrades? I know some of you were saying that you don't like it, and now you do. Tom, I'm looking at you. You said that now it looks fine. He didn't like that we removed the storage area from here, but now he thinks it's looking nice. But yeah, I don't like. I understand that our, like, especially in Soviet times, the buildings were, or the cities were based on industry. Even my little hometown in communism, it had a sugar refinery practically 2 kilometers from town center, and you know, for ease of access. Did we lose something here? Okay, this looks weird. There is something definitely was here, but I don't see. Well, if we don't miss it, it's fine. We'll see later on what we're missing. I'm gonna just press letter N. If you press letter N on the keyboard, the grass regrows. So regrown. Okay, and what did we say about this last thing over here? Let's see. Do we want a building here, something like this, or let's see again. We have, this one is a little bit big one. This is big one. I'm not gonna pay for this. Whatever we build here, we're gonna. I like these tall and narrow ones, because I can build around them, and it's gonna leave a little bit more like. Yeah, why not? Okay, we can leave this part a little bit more populated. So if I build this and rotate this building in the opposite direction, I can then do this. Okay, go left as much as possible, and bang. And I'm not even gonna build paths here, let them build their own paths. That's fine. And right, I need a crisscross applesauce, do something like this. Like I said, guys, look, this looks angular. You can see on this side of the road how it's bent, nicely bent, but this, on the opposite side, it's quite angled. So what you need to do in this case, just build a little bit of road, and then the game knows that you built, you know, kind of like you gave it, let's call it a purpose, like direction. And then when you connect it, you see that it's not angled anymore, but it bends a little nice. So it's it looks more, it looks nicer. Let's go with that. And then I'm gonna go crisscross applesauce over here, and I'm gonna go straight as much as I can, and then wherever we connect, we connect. So something like this. Right, this is probably gonna be used by our students going there, so I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rebuild this. Oh, right. I'm gonna rebuild this differently. So I'm gonna start on this one a little bit and connect it all the way somewhere close to the university, and I think I'm gonna connect university a little bit better. There we go. Wait. Yes, build it, but not this one. This one needs to be connected to dorm. I want it actually, yeah, I want it connected here, as far as we can go, because whoever goes in here, they can go through the main entrance. So there we go. Okay, I hope you guys liked this. Well, I like this is probably the thing I enjoy the most, you know, designing the city. Even though when I start playing like Skylines or something like that, it absolutely looks horrendous. Always, and it's square. But in this case, actually looks nice because, you know, that's the point of the game. That's the name of the game, square. Right. So let's do a little bit of recap what we did here. We built a fueling station here because we had to, and then we sent this train with the yeah, we sent this train back, and I forgot to tell it to go where he came from. And let's go. Can you do this? Yeah, he doesn't have any layovers or stops, and looks like he's gonna be able to just join back the traffic. Yeah, a work in progress. This is the only thing I can say. Okay, so we have tunnel over here. This is a really nice tunnel. Some of you guys said that it's really nice, and ooh, it's just done. Haha, I just noticed this. It's done, and we're expanding. What I'm gonna do real quickly now is say I was thinking of doing something else, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to end it here. I'm gonna say, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. We are doing little bits and pieces, and I'm really enjoying this. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. If you want to support the channel, you can see in the description of the video. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.